I'm Lois Jenkins, Washington. I'm originally from Kentucky, born in Kentucky, but I moved to Muncie, Indiana, and went to Ball State, at that time, Teachers College. And we were the first Black sorority to have a chapter. And so Delta Phi, and I was a charter member of Delta Phi, and was made in Muncie, Indiana, Ball State Teachers College, January 1955. So then after graduating, I was told that I needed to leave Muncie. By one of my neighbors, we couldn't find a place to work. So I went to Portland, Oregon. I was already in Delta. So when I got there, I met some Deltas and I joined the next year. At that time, it was a mixed chapter. Beta Psi and the graduates were together. So we were Beta Psi. And I joined them in 1959. I don't think I was ready for it because we had such a good relationship with the undergrads who were in our chapter, and it just didn't seem right to lose them. And yet we knew that they were going to be separate and we would still be able to connect with them, but I really wasn't ready for it. Well, it felt okay when we did it. I mean, like I say, I wasn't ready to lose the undergrads, but it felt okay once we did it because we had two persons who were RDs. Ellen Law was the regional director. Addie Jean was a regional director. So we kind of knew the ropes, and they just guided us through the whole thing. Yes, there were the AKAs. They were there. Well, all of them were there, but they weren't as active.
Sure.
We have always been, I'll say this to this day, the most active. We always were. Always. Always. Did the most activities. I always felt like we had a lot of pledges. We didn't make them all at one time, but we did. So I think we were always number one as far as the fraternity sororities. You know, I don't remember us having any problems that way. I really don't. I just think it was just kind of, we were such a unique group of people because we met in homes at that time. There was we didn't meet in buildings. And so it was always like, you know, when we met, it was just like a good friendship group of people. So we never had a problem that way, never.
Yes.
I guess we could say Ellen, because Ellen was the RD, but Ellen was always thinking of something to do, always thinking of something fun. If she had the meeting, it's something connected to something. And so I would say Ellen. The community always. I don't think we were as connected to the city at that point. But I always remember because we had the Mother and Patroness, which was a group of women that we selected as say that I came in and I found a person in the neighborhood or in the city who I wanted to be my representative as a Delta mother. And so they always did the pancake breakfast, which meant that everybody in Portland that we all knew, they knew that there was going to be a pancake breakfast. And so that's how the community got involved with us, through that breakfast. I'm proud. I'm very proud that we've maintained ourselves that long, and that from when I was home about 3 years ago to see the young women who are now part of the Portland alumni, and all of you guys are just as far as I'm concerned, just brainy, because of the things you do. And we were just, there was no computers when we started out. There was no typewriter. Addie Jean, which was our RD, had the, this is fun. Addie Jean had a mimeograph machine in her basement that belonged to Delta's, and that's where we did all of our programs. Anything we needed, we'd go down to Addie Jean's house in the basement and run off the programs. So, we started out with kind of nothing and moving from house to house, and to see where we are now with the building and young women who are very active and doing what is important to do, it's just wonderful. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Well, that's what I remembered. My first time was when I came to Portland. No, we didn't. Okay. I used to be with the chapter in Indianapolis that was kind of like our mother chapter.
Okay.
And so I knew Jabberwock, but to do it and participate with the Portland group, it was just totally different. We had so much fun doing it. And that's what we did. That was our moneymaker. That's our fundraiser for that time. And so that's what I remember the most. Then we had to do, before that though, we did a regional, which was, we never had that many members. We always were like maybe 30 to 50. We had those on the books, but active people. And so when we did those things, it was a lot of us working.
Sure.
I just say the main thing is the camaraderie and being the sisterhood. That is always important, and that is always something you hang on to. I was on, I had one of the, I was chairman of one of them.
Okay.
And that was, I hate to say this, the best one we had.
Brag on yourself. Tell me more.
We had over 400 there, and we had, she's now bishop, but we had Vashti McKenzie. She did because she used to live there, she and her husband, and he was a basketball player, so they lived in Portland. So to get her there, she had just become a minister, just having her own church. And so that was another thing. So when I called, it was never a no. It was just when I can make it. And she did. And that was excellent. I thought the best. I'm sorry, but it was the best.